Let's start our today's Abhidhamma study, reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, welcome back to Abhidhamma class. So, in today's lesson, we are going to study about the analysis of development of jhana development, so mental developments, and the attainment of jhana, and reaching to the direct knowledge, which is called Abhidhamma in Pali. So this is lesson 65. So we are going to finish soon about all about the Abhidhamma Sangha. So I think we need to connect all the knowledge we have acquired throughout the Abhidhamma study. So this topic, this subject, we have already repeated several times, because in the lesson, even the lessons in first chapter, we had to talk about the classification of jhana consciousness, 5 material sphere consciousness, 15, and immaterial sphere consciousness, 12. Altogether, 27 called the jhanic consciousness. Then, when we talk about the cognitive process of the sublime state, so achievement of the sublime state, so we had to talk about how one can attain the jhana and how the cognitive process pertaining to the absorption and jhana happen in the mind. So we already explained accordingly. So in this lesson, only a few parts will be news to you, and this already explained. So let's review a little bit. So here, for the beginner, so according to Abhidhamma, for the beginner, who is called Adhikamika, so the first practitioner. So although he practiced the other meditation, if he does not practice the samatha meditation, he's considered as a beginner. So for the beginner, he need to apprehend the particular signs. So particular sign, it means if it is talk about the kasina, so the kasina dix is called the particular sign. So our kasina or white kasina, whatever kasina you using, the meditation dix is called the particular sign. The meditator can capture by his or her physical eye for beginner, focusing on the kasina with the physical eye. This is the beginning point. Then if someone is practicing anapanasati, focusing on the breathe in or breathe out, so he cannot see the breath the physical breath by eye. So close the eye and then focus on the breath by the mind. So by mind. So in this case, we can understand by any sense, here, the focusing on the particular sign, such as objects, etc. And that object is called the preliminary sign, very beginning. Everyone have this preliminary sign. And when meditator focus on the preliminary sign, so in his mind, starting from there, the mind connect to the preliminary sign is called the preliminary development. Parikama bhavana, we call. Or on the other hand, if we talk about the concentration in the meditator's mind, that concentration also can be called the preliminary concentration, parikama samadhi. But this is a beginning. Everyone have to start from this stage. So, so for those meditators want to improve, eagerly want to improve, they are missing out this part. They should know this is the beginning. From the beginning, we should continue our development. So preliminary development. Afterward, when the concentration becomes stronger or the mind is concentrated on the solid object, no matter the object is the kasina or the anapana or any other meditation. When the concentration become higher or the mind is concentrated, he does not need to keep his eye on the solid object, the object of meditation, because that object is is captured by the mind door, appear in the mind door. So although he closed the eye, he see the kasina discs or white kasina or color, any other color kasina, whatever. That can be seen by mind, not by eye anymore. So because in this case, he is not open his eye and just close the eye, still the the sign of meditation or meditation sign is appear in mind clearly. I mean, as if it was seen by eye, the same quality when he see the eye or when he see by physical eye, it appear in the mind. So that kind of meditation sign is called learning sign, Ogaha nimitta. Actually, Ogaha is taken by mind, so already taken. That's why not necessary to be sitting in front of the meditation sign. He can go anywhere and sit there, close the eye, and then see the nimitta. And he can meditate on that learning sign or that taken sign that has been already taken in mind. In this case, we can understand it already swept to preliminary sign to learning sign. Then we can say in this stage with the learning sign, if somebody have this kind of learning sign, not necessarily to be using the physical sign or physical door to see, and just focusing on the mind, the meditation object appear in the mind door. So in that stage, the meditation become developed for some instant. So say the meditation become concentrated. Then when he trying to keep practicing in this way, the concentration become stronger and stronger. So up to that, we can say the concentration is preliminary concentration, although it is promoted and focusing on learning side. So we understand the preliminary development stage and preliminary concentration, focusing on the two stages of preliminary side and learning side. So although the sign is taken by the mind and become clear, then taken by physical eye, the concentration level still remain in the preliminary concentration stage. Then finally, if he continue practicing, then this meditation sign change to the level of counterpart sign. So much brighter and clear than the learning sign itself. So the difference between preliminary sign and learning sign is a preliminary sign need the physical context of the meditation sign itself. And for learning sign, it's coming to the mind and for counterpart sign, it is just a concept. Yeah, we have explained that. It free from the flaws of the original object. So if somebody practicing the art kasina, so art kasina made of the physical art, it has some flaws, some dots, or that something not perfectly smooth. This is the original object. But when it is taken in mind as a learning sign, still these flaws keep continuing, involving in the learning sign. But when it's reached to the counterpart sign, level of counterpart sign, because it is a concept, just a concept, pure, not related to any physical. That's why it's pure and free from the flaw of original sign. Then it is born of meditation, not created by any other supreme being. Although it is special one for the meditator. It is created by the meditation. It means the mind itself create the concept. Keep the concept in mind. The mind become concentrated. So in this way, mental practice and meditation object are supporting each other. When the meditator develops his level of concentration and other qualities, and the meditation sign become brighter and reach to the level of counterpart sign. Focusing on the counterpart sign, the meditator can maintain the quality, certain qualities of or his mental development. So in this way, focusing when the counterpart sign come to appear, the level of preliminary development finish, and it is called the access development. So this access development, as soon as the meditation sign become the counterpart sign, and the mental development focusing on the counterpart sign is start to called access development, because it can be considered as the access, so entrance path to enter to the jhana. Although it is not very close, sometimes the meditator not reaching to the jhana level and have to keep practicing the focusing on the counterpart sign. In the the difference between the absorption, the jhana, and the difference the consciousness before the attainment of jhana, are different in the classification of consciousness. The excess concentration still is called the Kamawachara Chitta. Kamawachara Chitta is wholesome consciousness, or the functional consciousness depends on the statement of practitioner. So if the Puthujjana and Sikha, if they are practicing and the wholesome consciousness will be running. And if Arahat practice to attain the jhana, and the functional consciousness will be in Arahat mind. So before the attainment of jhana, it is called the excess concentration, starting from the counterpart sign appear. Then and the meditator have to keep practicing on the counterpart sign with the excess concentration, excess development, until he attains the jhana. So the excess concentration, the duration of excess concentration can be recognized starting from the counterpart sign appear up to the moment of Godrabu. So Godrabu, which is called, which is the just before the moment of jhana, the moment of first jhana we call, because the first jhana should be attained, and the first stage. So it is called first jhana. When meditators start to practice concentration meditation, is the preliminary development, focusing on preliminary sign. After that, it continue focusing on the learning sign, still preliminary development. When the counterpart sign come to appear, it is changed to the excess development and up to the moment of Godrapu. After that, finally, he reached to the jhana. Absorption. Absorption is sublime consciousness, no more sensuous sphere consciousness. So you have to check in the first chapter of analyze of consciousness. It is totally different. So first time, and if you check the cognitive process, the first time attainment run the first jhana only one moment, then meditator does not necessarily to get up from the meditation, but according to its own nature, the beginning stage, the first attainment moment only first one time of first jhana. After that, it dropped to the to the bhavanga. Then, if he keep practicing, maybe he may know or he may not know about their first attainment, because it is just short, just for the mind moment. After that drop to the bhavanga, then he continue practicing. That's why there's the mental process continue to achieve the attainment stage. So attainment and later it can keep longer and longer, and many millions of mind movement of the sublime consciousness. Then after that, the bhavanga come. So in this way, the attainment or jhana is mentioned according to the Abhidhamma, Abhidhamma Sangha. Then, if he like to attain the higher level of jhana, he need to practice 5 kinds of mastery on the first jhana. So for the second jhana, he need to practice his first jhana with the 5 kinds of mastery. If not, even he can fail to enter to the first jhana. So this is important. After the attainment of first jhana, he need to practice to be skillful in adverting, so how to get the meditation object, the counterpart sign, to get into the absorption level. So he need to learn how to do. So this is called the avajana vasibhava, so the mastery. Then also he need to practice the samapajana, how to get into jhana. So not only taking the object, and he need to know how to get into. And this, although the meditator may not know I'm practicing this kind of mastery, but through all the meditation, he is doing the how to get into, and then finally he become skillful to enter to the jhana attainment. Then he need to practice the resolution. So adhitthana, the period of how long I want to be in jhana state this way, and also need to practice in emergence to finish the jhana moment, and also the reviewing pachawakana. So discerning the mental factors, mentalities during the moment of jhana. This is called the pachawakana. So after practicing to mastery, he is ready to practice for further attainment, which is called second jhana. Then if meditator like to attain the second jhana, which is higher than first jhana, he need to abandon the gross fetter. So for example, the first jhana consists of the 5 fetter, vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata. So as we have learned in first chapter, second jhana, in the absence of the vitaka, the other 4 fetters remain in second jhana. Although they are counted in the same name, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata, the qualities of the mental fetters, 4 fetters in the first jhana, together with vitaka, and the quality of 4 fetters without vitaka in second jhana are different. So the first jhana, in the first jhana level, the qualities are gross. So that's why these are considered as the gross fetter. But these should be abandoned to reach the subtle fetters. So subtle fetters, although the same name, they're subtler than the fetters in first jhana. So in this way, he attained the second jhana. So the object will be keep continuing on the counterpart sign, but according to the level of concentration, the fetters, the qualities of jhana fetters also change to be subtler. So in this way, after practicing 5 mastery with the second jhana, and he can continue to the third jhana. So this is the way how the meditator can develop his meditation practice up to the attainment of jhana. So you need to connect some lesson in the chapter 4 and chapter 1. Okay, so let's see the stages of bhavana and nimitta. So to make sure you can keep in mind easily. So here, Prikama bhavana, it can be focusing on the Prikama nimitta, preliminary sign, or keep continuing on the Ogaha nimitta, learning sign. And for the Upachara bhavana here, the object is the same, Patibhaga nimitta, which is called counterpart sign. Then focusing on the counterpart sign by the Upachara bhavana, which is called the SS development. Then he reached to the Apana bhavana, absorption. Still keep focusing on the counterpart sign. So this is how we can understand 3 stages of mental development and then 3 stages of meditation sign. Then, so here, to make sure how to classify the time period to recognize the concentration or mental development as, according to the proper name. But for the meditator, It doesn't matter, even if he never heard about the preliminary or access. If he or she just follow their teacher's instruction, so keep focusing on that and how to pay attention, how to be balanced, it's okay, he can continue up to the attainment or jhana, not necessarily to classify into the name, but it is necessary to develop certain level of concentration in the right object. Then starting from the beginning, up to the stage where the 5 mental hindrances are suppressed and counterfeit sign emerge. So preliminary development. So mental hindrances are suppressed. After that, when the counterpart sign appear, so it is called the access development. So access development focusing on the counterpart sign. The same way the hindrances still become suppressed because it gets the support of the counterpart sign is very attractive to see. Then that asset development keep practicing on the counterpart side. Then absorption development, at the end of asset development, sense sphere consciousness, the sublime consciousness of absorption mind moment arise. And up to the change of the lineage, which is called Godrabu, is called the asset development. Then the following consciousness of absorption, jhana, is called the absorption development. This jhana, mind movement, marks the beginning of absorption development. So first time, remember the first time attainment, only one time, very short. Even it may hard to recognize, and because it continue practicing. So this is, the absorption development cover all the attainment of 5 material sphere jhana and immaterial sphere jhana, altogether 27 consciousness. This is how the meditator attain the jhana and keep going for the higher attainment. Okay, so let's continue to talk about the abhidhamma, which is called the direct knowledge. Here, direct knowledge 5 or 6. I mean, mostly it is mentioned in 5. But in the Sutta, the direct knowledge of supramundane, which is called the destruction of the tenets, also included as the one of the direct knowledge. In this way, we can call the 6th direct knowledge, cha abhidhamma, 6th direct knowledge. So to attain the level of abhidhamma, the direct knowledge, the meditator must be already successful in the practice of concentration meditation up to the level of 5th jhana according to Abhidhamma way or counting. And according to Sutra teaching, is to be, he must be reaching to the 4th jhana. So, but these are the same qualities. So Sutta count the 4 and Abhidhamma count 5, we already explained. So referring to the highest jhana, highest jhana. So make sure you remember that this abhidhamma related to the 5 material sphere jhana. Although we count the immaterial sphere jhana as the 5th jhana, they are not referring to in this case. So in this case, here, Panchama jhana refers to the 5th jhana, 5 material sphere jhana. He must be skillful in 5 to be in 5 mastery of the 5th jhana or Sutta 4th jhana. Then how he can achieve the power of direct knowledge. Let's see. At the beginning, he need to enter to the 5th jhana and emerges from that 5th jhana. So this is the first part. After emergence of the fifth jhana, he need to make the resolution, etc. Making resolution. So I'm going to perform the supernormal here, supernormal power. So he need to make the certain resolution for that case to perform. I want to create another body or something like, or I want to travel in the sky. He need to make the certain resolution what he want to do by this power. This is preliminary work for the direct knowledge. So if he like to hear something with the divine ear, he need to make determination. I like to hear something far like this. And afterward, he need to practice concentration meditation into to attain the fifth jhana again. So before that, the basis, the jhana, which is basis for direct knowledge, first after that emergence from that, he need to make resolution. Then also working the preliminary work is whatever necessary. Then he entered to the fifth fine material sphere jhana. So by this power of five material sphere jhana, he can accomplish the performance of the direct knowledge, the activities of the direct knowledge. So if he like to see something far distant or very small with the divine eye power, he need to make the determination, I like to see, I like to use the divine eye power like this. So in this way, two process of fifth jhana needs to perform the text of direct knowledge. So these are six direct knowledge. The former five are considered as the mundane direct knowledge. So mundane direct knowledge, it means it is not necessary to involve the supramundane consciousness, or just finished by the power of five material sphere jhana, which is included under the classification of mundane consciousness. That is why these five direct knowledge are called the five mundane direct knowledges. And they can be accomplished by the power of the fifth jhana, So for the last one, in the sutta, it is mentioned the sixth abhinya. So chala abhinya, usually it is mentioned chala abhinya means sixth abhinya, or sixth direct knowledge. Or what makes the sixth one is the destruction of the taints or asava. So it is called the asavakaya jnana. But for the asavakaya jnana, the meditator cannot attain only with these fifth jhana. It needs the inside knowledge, vipassana jnana. So by practicing vipassana, one can attain the knowledge which can destroy all the taints, asava, which is called arhata magga. So the past knowledge of arhatship is called the asavakaya jnana, same. And it is regarded as the supramundane knowledge because the mind, the consciousness of part knowledge of arhatship is supramundane consciousness. So in this case, you can understand the five mundane direct knowledge can be accomplished by the fifth jhana. So this is the way how he can perform the text of the direct knowledge. And the last one, supramundane knowledge, is called the arhata magga. And in the name of the asavakaya jnana, it is called the abhinya. And it can be accomplished through the practice of insight knowledge, vipassana jnana. Okay, so let's see a little bit about the each Abhidhamma. So here, the first one, Adivida, supernormal power, the direct knowledge of supernormal power. So it includes a lot of text here. The ability to perform the multiple form as hundreds of thousands of the body creation, and also making appearance and disappearance in front of the people or sky, wherever they like to perform the text. Then also they can pass through the wall, or even the mountain cannot hinder. So he can pass through. This is a kind of one of the texts of the Adivida supernormal power. And also dive into the earth, like into the water. So the earth, he can sink into the earth. And also he can walk on the water, not drowning, not touching to that, also just walking, because supernormal power, using the supernormal power. Then travel through the air, so does not need to get a flight ticket, right? Then also, even he can touch and give a stroke to the sun and moon if he like to perform this kind of magical show or supernormal power show. And also, he can, according to his power of this direct knowledge, he can make the other follow to him up to the level of Brahmawa. This means the power is very special. So if someone like to use it and then trying to practice after the attainment of fifth jhana, afterward making mastery yourself, and follow the procedure as mentioned here. And also, if you can see in Visuddhimagga in detail, how to get into the level of Abhidhamma, and you can perform the supernormal power. Then in this case, because the performance so many can be in different way, so the object also different way, the resolution also can be in different way. Whatever they like to perform, and they need to make the resolution as a primary work, preliminary work. Then second one, Dibasota, is divine ear. So divine ear unable to hear the subtle or coarse, it doesn't matter, it does not make change. And if it is sound, you may remember that sound is one of the materiality. So if it is materialities or sound, whatever it is subtle or close or near or far, he can hear by the power of divine ear, of direct knowledge. This is knowledge. We always emphasize the knowledge, because by the power of knowledge, the text is accomplished. Then in this case, there must be sound in a present. So for the divine ear, need the present sound as its object. Then if someone want to practice the pratita vichanana knowledge, so this knowledge is the power to read the other's mind, exactly knowing what other's mind happen. And so the object is other's mind. So if it is not, and it's just a fabrication, not really happen. So for the pratita vichanana, directly connected to the other's mind, reading the other's mind. That's why the object must be other's mind. So the fourth one, Ubiniwasanosati, the recollection of the past life. So past life refers to the 5 aggregates in the past period or time. So past rebirth and detail, including the 5 aggregates of the past life. Here, once means that his own past life. And then number 5 is Deva Chaku, the divine eye. So divine eye, like the divine ears, divine eye also needs, in this case, needs the present visible form to be seen as to be an object. So in the Abhidhamma way, the object or divine eye is present visible form. So you may remember that visible form also one of the materiality. It doesn't matter it is small or large or near or far or earthly or heavenly, it's something on the earth or something in, the down there, the under the earth or in the heaven, wherever. If there is a present visible form, the divine eye can capture and can take. This is one function. Another function in the Sutta mentioned is called the Juttupapada Jnana. It is the knowledge to know the passage away and rebirth of the being, and he can observe by the power of divine eye. So another function, and he can direct the how the beings are passing away and they were reborn according to their own karma. So in the Samanyaphala Sutta, when it is mentioned about this knowledge, it is emphasized in the Juttupapada Jnana. And according to this karma and the beings are found happy in near-death moment, and then they reborn due to this process in certain realm of existence. So this is also one of the function of divine eye. And Asavakaya Jnana, the last one, which is the supramundane. So this is a destruction of the all tails, referring to the Arhata Mega Jnana. So these are six direct knowledge. Okay, so all these five direct knowledge, mundane direct knowledge, based on the mastery or skillfulness of the fifth five material sphere jhana. So let's talk about the immaterial sphere jhana a little bit, because we already studied this also several times. And here the consciousness is called the Akasa Nanjayarana. It's called the consciousness pertaining to the base of infinite space. This is the first type of immaterial attainment. So after the attainment of five material sphere up to the fifth jhana level, and if he like to continue with the practice of immaterial attainment, he needs to transcend the concept of kasina. So the concept of kasina, except the agasa kasina, the space kasina cannot be removed. That is why the Patibhaga Nimitta, based on the concept of other kasina except the agasa kasina, so 9 kasina there, then he removed, not paying attention on that, and then he trying to reach to the infinite space. Then infinite space become the object of meditation. No more Patibhaga Nimitta there. Now, although the Patibhaga Nimitta there, and he does not pay attention on that, he go beyond that to reach to the infinite space, which is still concept. So the concept of infinite space become the object, and that is called the past attainment of the immaterial jhana, which is called Akasananjayarana jhana. Then if he keep practicing to attain the second immaterial jhana, he need to transcend and no more pay attention on the concept of infinite space. Other than that, he need to focus on the consciousness of infinite space, which is called the first jhana, first immaterial jhana. So Focusing on the first immaterial jhana, he attained the second immaterial jhana, which is called Vinyananjayatana jhana. So this is the consciousness pertaining to the base of infinite consciousness. So infinite consciousness become the base. Then if he continue practicing, he need to transcend, overcome, focusing the consciousness of infinite, not this one, infinite consciousness. It should be infinite consciousness. Sorry, I make mistake here. Infinite consciousness. It should be consciousness. As long as he pay attention on the full duration or the ultimate reality of infinite consciousness, he cannot attain the third jhana. That's why he needs to transcend the consciousness of infinite consciousness, which refers to the as first jhana. So not paying more attention on that, and then he trying to keep his focus on the concept of nothingness, focusing on the dissolution moment of this first jhana consciousness, first immaterial jhana consciousness. Everything disappear. Afterward, the nothingness is there. That also concept. Focusing on the concept of nothingness, he attained the third jhana. Then if he like to attain the highest immaterial jhana, which is called Neva Sanya Nasanya Yatna jhana, is translated as the consciousness pertaining to the base of neither perception nor non-perception. To reach to that level, he need to transcend, he need to go beyond the concept of nothingness, and he should take the consciousness, the base of nothingness, which means the thought consciousness. This is ultimate realities. So by focusing on that, he attained the fourth immaterial jhana. So here you can see the first and third keep the concept as their object, and the second and fourth keep ultimate reality. So for the second, the first immaterial jhana is object, and for the fourth, the third immaterial jhana is object. So second and fourth are taking the ultimate reality as their object. So here, immaterial state. So the name are the same as the immaterial jhana classification. So first and third take the concept panyati as it is as their object, and second and fourth they take ultimate reality. Okay, so here for the last slide. So I would like to make the conclusion about the 40 types of meditation subject here, and the attainment of jhana up on the practice of this certain meditation object. We already discussed a lot. And kasina, giving rise to the fourth jhana. But for the kasina, it cannot give rise the immaterial attainment. Although this include all fifth jhana here. And fullness meditation can or just give only first jhana. It cannot reach further. Then mindfulness occupied with the body. This is called the kaya gata sati, and only first jhana. Then mindfulness of breathing is reached to the fifth jhana. So what about the immaterial jhana? It is impossible because the immaterial jhana have the saring object. So you need to transcend beyond the concept based on the physical materiality. So immaterial jhana is different one. So mindfulness reached to the fifth jhana for the five material sphere. The loving kindness and compassion and appreciative joy, Metta, Karuna, and Mudita, three of the four Brahma Vihara, reached to the fourth jhana according to Abhidhamma, and according to Sutta classification, only up to the third jhana, and not the highest jhana of the five material sphere, only 3. Then equanimity practice. So the practice of Brahma Vihara, the last one, equanimity. Upekha Brahma Vihara, reach to the fifth jhana in Abhidhamma. This is only, then only one. Then immaterial jhana in this way. So these altogether, that the meditation object can give rise to jhana. And the 10, so 8 recollection and 1 perception or 1 analyze, 10 meditation of subject just give rise up to the access development only, access concentration only. It does not give rise the jhana attainment. So we have to know all about the meditation here, and thank you for your attention. And I'm going to stop here. And yeah, we are going to finish soon the Abhidhamma study. I appreciate your effort and the concentration on the Abhidhamma study. Thank you very much.
The first question, dear Sayadaw, as the counterpart sign, example red color, is the same as the preliminary sign, also red color. So the first jhana chitta also takes the same object, red color. So number 2, when it moves to second and more jhana, it also takes the same object, red color. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so first of all, we have to know the counterpart sign is not representing any color. Because although the meditators start with the red color kasina, when it reaches to the counterpart sign, it's not representing the red color. So this is just a counterpart sign. And yes, the first jhana just take the counterpart sign, not the color. Because the color, it's if we talk about that, color is considered of the visible form. When reached to the counterpart sign, is no more, or we recognize as the color. And also the second jhana, the same thing, the same representation of the counterpart sign is with a color. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, Sayadaw. Just now, in the PowerPoint, it says that the jhana attainment needs to be gradually from first jhana, then develop the second jhana until the fifth jhana. But in the case of Upekha Brahma Vihara, how did one attain the fifth jhana if he did not have to go through the first to fourth jhana? Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question, right? So thank you. And yeah, because the nature is different, the former 3 Brahma Vihara, Metta, Karuna, and Mudita are connected to the feelings of the pleasurable feeling, which is called somanasa, the joyful feeling. So they can reach out to the 3 jhana, those are connected, these are accompanied by the somanasa feeling. But for the Upekha, it directly reaches to that, because without reaching to the full jhana by the former practice, one cannot reach directly to the less, the fifth jhana, highest jhana, only by the practice of Upekha. So that's why the former three practice of Metta, Karuna, Mudita are considered as the former jhana of the Upekha practice. Yeah, the last jhana, fifth jhana, is accompanied by the equanimity. That's why even though the meditator practice the loving kindness meditation up to the full jhana, then when he like to continue for the attainment by this Brahma Vihara practice, he need to change in his attitude to the Upekha practice. Yeah, the object will be the same with the former practice of the loving kindness, but his attitude changes. Then his accompaniment, the factor also changed. Then finally he reached to the Upekha. He reached to the highest jhana. Yeah. Thank you.
Sayadaw, I got another one. Just now
Yes.
about the Abhidhamma, the development of the direct knowledge. So when the yogi wants to go into the direct knowledge development, he has to come up from a fifth jhana.
Right.
So does it mean that it will drop to fourth jhana, or it is actually just out of fifth jhana and you still have a very strong concentration, then you make a resolution? Okay. So in that sense, that at that point, after they come out from the fifth jhana, it just changed the object of the meditation so that they can redirect the objects to the direct knowledge that the yogi wants it to be. Is that understanding correct?
Yes, between two fifth jhana, he need to make resolution. The moment of making resolution is not in the fifth jhana. It is out of the fifth jhana with the sensuous pure consciousness, or in the sense pure consciousness, the wholesome consciousness. And at that moment he make the resolution, whatever he like to perform, or whatever kinds of direct knowledge he intend to do. Then, and the following, after making resolution, another process of fifth jhana that really perform. So the former fifth jhana process is considered as a base. After that, making resolution, then the jhana process, which really perform the power, to accumulate the power with the intention. So this is a kind of integration. So intention, the resolution, and the power of the fifth jhana that can perform on the text of direct knowledge. After the duration will be longer. He created the whole day, the 1,000 of created body. It will remain, but the power is only that moment. It's less according to his resolution. I want to create this the whole day, and 500 for the half day, and 500 remain the whole day, like this. Also making this resolution and everything done. Yeah.
So when it's out from the first round of fifth jhana is to kama javanas.
No, kama vachara javana is not called jhana. It's just a base. Just the preliminary sense. So the first one also the sublime jhana, actual jhana. Yeah.
So that means the second round is that you still have to build up from the first jhana up to the fifth jhana, then only the direct knowledge come about.
Of course, yes. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We have another question in the chat. Dear Sayadaw, the divine eye is the knowledge of the passing away and rebirth of beings. Does this knowledge refer to a dead person, or is the meditator able to know the future of an alive person as well? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
But it is hard to say it in this case, that if the being is already in the next life, he's not the dying beings, that in the sutta it is mentioned that if we see, every moment the people are dying, beings are dying, and if we focus on that and we see this is the cause, this is a karma, and that he will reborn there. And also, if they were born according to their karma, here the Jitupapada Jnana not exactly mention the present dying moment, that if we focus the beings by the divine eye, not just short term. You can enter to their power and hold on that, and the beings die due to by this mental state, and then they reborn, taking this karma as a chance to give his new life, to give rise his new life, and then he reborn. And by this case, it is clear cause and effect relationship. The karma as as a manager of the being's life, good and bad, for the life. So here in the sutta, it is mentioned the divine eye, the function of divine eye as the Chutupapada jnana. So when he observes and he sees the beings are dying by this mind and the reborn according to their karma. Also, we can understand, because this duration is not a short, some close to the mind moment, death moment, and then this kind of mental state happen afterward, is reborn there. If we talk about the Abhidhamma process, it's just quick moment, the people just going to die. But how we can focus the many beings is in exactly moment. So it can be understood that people's lives, how he was born here. So for example, if we use divine eye to know the Chutupapada function of one person, maybe it also can be seen. He was born here by this karma, previous life he has done, or the former lives, any of life that he has done. Now this is the power, but a little bit complicated. Yeah.
Since we have been studying all the chapters about Chitta, Chittatikas, and the Viti, and the whole series of chapters that we have gone through, how do we apply those knowledges in the meditation? Can Bhante, can Sayadaw give us some ideas how to apply those knowledges in the meditation?
How to apply, please.
Yeah, so far, because we've been studying each chapter, so how now we are talking about meditation, how do we apply those knowledge? Maybe Sayadaw can give us some time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This is a good question for the application. We need to apply, not only keep in mind as a knowledge. We know about the materialities, and even our physical body is composed of materiality. Born of father and mother, and survive by the certain requirement of food. Food also materiality, and we already study in the chapter 6. So our physical body need the food as it is conditioned, and also temperature. So in this way, knowing this our body depends on the physical needs, and also mentalities managing our bodies. So karma and consciousness, they are mutually related in the mutual relationship. So mentality affect to the materiality, which is called our body, including our body. And materiality also can be the base of mentality, as we have learned in the chapter 4 and chapter 3, the 6 bases. The 5 bases, all 6, the 6 base are including heart base, all are materiality. That's why our mind also arising based upon the materiality. Then, and understanding this in day-to-day life, how our mind is arising, based on what condition, and how can we manage to keep in the right position. Sometimes when you are very sensitive to hot, if it is too hot, you cannot maintain your mind in the proper stage. You can get angry easily. Or if you have preference to see something, the pleasure river, if you go there and encounter with the pleasure river and attractive and visible form, greed will arise, attachment will arise in your mind. So these are conditions and to manage my mind. And so I need to skillfully or wisely arrange my way of living to be out of the unwholesome and to cultivate the wholesome. So in many cases of our daily life, we can utilize Abhidhamma understanding to maintain our wholesome state longer and longer, and to shorten our unwholesome state, the managing the condition, because mentality is also conditional, rising and falling all the time. If we can and maintain the longer period of wholesome, our life become better and better. And if we meditate, we can use these all understanding, they are all discerning. When you discern back your mentality process, if you already acquired the Abhidhamma knowledge, it is pretty easy. You cannot misunderstand because you already know, and you just need to identify this reality is called this by this nature. It is what's called the intrinsic nature, sabhava. Nobody can change. And so this is the way how we can use Abhidhamma knowledge in our daily life, and we can frame, we can regulate our way of thinking, our attitude, so that it can come off to the behavior and the lifestyle of ourselves. Oh, thank you.
Dear Sayadaw, for recollection of past lives, will meditator be able to know why he is born into a family and about the affinity with his family? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sometimes it is included when he discern the past life by the power of direct knowledge, the how he behaved, how he has done this karma and with the kind of person or not. But sometimes it is not included. There are people encounter in the family, because at least you need the parents, to reborn as a human. Sometimes it is connected because we perform wholesome deed together and we become a mother and son in this life and keep continuing something good. Sometimes not connected and just come together like they are dry leaves, by the wind, they come together like this. So people also encounter and being born in the same family, sometimes according to the condition, the karma, starting karma, and sometimes just a coincidence, I understand in this way. In some case, it is mentioned because they were perform this wholesome deed in this way or unwholesome deed together, and they are connected each other. Yeah, but we cannot apply everything in this way because the karma system is complicated, but all are not in the systematic way. We see here because if you go to downtown, you see many people, but if you think about, they have karma to be my object, my object of this form, to be in my eyesight. It means it is too much to think about the karma. Sometimes it comes in coincidence, Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Brother Kinsan. Okay, let's make aspiration and share our merit to all beings. Please repeat after me. Imina punya kamena.
Imina punya kamena.
Mami bala samagamo.
Mami bala samagamo.
Adam samagamo hodu.
Satam samagamo hotu.
Yava nibbana padiya.
Yava nibbana patiya.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyam.
Asava kaya vaham hodu.
Asava kaya vaham hotu.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyam.
Nibbana sa pajayo hodu.
Nibbana sa pachayo hotu.
Mama punya bhagam
Mama punya bhagam
sabba satanam bhajimi
sabba satanam bhajemi
te sabbe
te sabbe
me samam
me samam
punya bhagam labandu
punya bhagam labantu.
sadhu sadhu sadhu.